You reminded me of a quote from Gerald Saltman, who researched at your old school, Harvard. I don't know if you crossed paths with him when you were there, but the study was about what drives decision makings in humans, and 95% of decisions are made in the subconscious. Um,
Absolutely.
and it was kind of a shock back then, but
Yeah,
what do you think about that percentage?
I think is exactly right. And you and I've talked about this before. If you look at the typical business decision, let's take the sales field for a minute because it's just
Mm,
such a clean example.
mm,
Salesperson reach out, you meet somebody, you get an email, whatever. They send a proposal, and at first you look at it rather clinically. Do these people have a track record? Do they sound like they know what they're talking about? Have they got good educational pedigrees? Have they ever worked in our industry? Those are all very rational cognitive thoughts. And then you get to know them and you interact with them and you talk back and forth. And eventually you get to a point where you think, yeah, let's do it. And that itself is kind of an emotional response. It may be, there was a lot of rational stuff that led up to it, but that flash moment, that light bulb, is very much what he's talking about, that subconscious. And then we go back to the rational. Then you got to, justify your decision to the C-suite or the board of directors or whatever, and you dress it back up in all the rational. We went with them because they have such a great track record and experience with our industry. So it's like, and I've talked about this, the sandwich model. The
mm.
meat in the sandwich is the decision, and it's very emotional. The bread on both sides of the sandwich are the rational. And we pay attention to the rational all the time, but it's just the bread. The real meat in the sandwich comes from a rather subjective, unconscious, subconscious kind of a decision. So that makes a lot of sense to me. I think he's right.